Okay, so I did a post last week on would people like drilling down on niches, particularly for residential, which is what we'll do at the moment. And I asked, would you be interested? There was about 34 people said they'd like a breakdown on that. So let's go and do that now. Right, so design niches. Now obviously you could drill down on any of these, but it really is useful to position yourself as a specialist. And just to say I'm a commercial specialist or industrial or public, historic or residential is probably not enough. You need to drill down. So that's what I want to do here. And I want to show you what we can do when we drill down on a niche. Now that's not to say that your whole business has to focus just on that niche, right? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is your marketing has to drill down on that niche. If you're going to go after a particular niche or subcategory of client, then you put together a marketing campaign or messages which are specifically targeted at that, I'm going to say sub niche. Okay, so let's have a quick look at an example. Here's some different types of residential niches. So service levels, and where that comes from, it's some architects who have worked with, say, New York bankers who don't have time to do anything. They need a real full concierge service. So, that might be a sub niche that we do a full end-to-end concierge service for busy business people who, will talk to them at some stage, but really will do everything for them and have the house set up and ready based on the brief they give us. Okay, so there is client, you could niche based on client types, developers, investors, people in a profession, people with particular psychological preferences. I'll drill down into that one. You could niche based on budget, location, design style, right? So, if you drill down, it's just an example of drilling down. I'll show you what we can do when we do drill down. The purpose is an interesting one. Aging in place, affordable housing environment. We're looking after the environment, socially conscious. Return on design. That's a good one. Health. Focused on health. Material centric. So some people would go prefab, straw bale construction, concrete, containers, wood. Could go that way. You don't have to go any of these ways. These are not the ways to niche. These are just ways you can do it. The category of client sees themselves in the way that you've defined it, then you can do it. The other interesting one here is a fixer. Now this is a really good niche. You could say I'm the red deer of architects. If you have difficult permits or you've got red tagged permits, then I can come in and try and fix them for you. The reason being the fixer, sort of Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It architect could be a good niche, is that all these are very expensive problems. And if you get a reputation for being a fixer, then you can go in and almost charge whatever you want. Right? So, okay, now the one I want to drill down on is design style, right? Okay, let's go to client type and professionals, developers, investors, gender-based. I specialise in designing houses for women or for gay people or doesn't usually work for just men only. It doesn't sort of work for some reason, but you know what I mean. So there's some real estate agents who have been focused just on the LGBT community and they do very well. The guy I'm thinking of. So, I don't know, it's not a normal one, but it helps you to be aware of it. Right, now, Peter had one, which was the discerning design client. So, the client type is someone who really appreciates great work. So, what you do is once you get down to the type of sort of sub-niche you want to do, so in this case, it's residential and it's discerning design, who really discern design. Then what you do is you do a bit of an avatar and you find out, okay, who are these people? Okay, so if this is your client type, someone who has a budget, well, they have a budget of more than $1 million. They're highly selective about their architect. They probably drive an Audi. They don't have to, but that was they drive European cars was his. This is Peter's real sort of breakdown of the avatar of his client, the discerning design. They really appreciate great art and great design. They buy art, they travel a lot, they go to museums and art galleries, right? They really value Peter's talent. So they have often been referred. They've heard about Peter. They have rapport with Peter when they meet him. They are devoted to the design of their home. They are responsive to questions when he has that initial meeting. They're really responsive to questions because they are devoted to the home. Maybe I could stick that actually there. That's probably a subset of that. The home that they want to build is a design-worthy or a portfolio-worthy project. It's one he would want to put on his portfolio. They understand that they're impacted by living environment. And often he says one is artsy and the other one's the accountant. And he's big on virtual reality. And he says virtual reality appeals to both of them. And this is one of his secret weapons, is virtual reality. He will do virtual reality. Okay, so let's have a look. Now he knows who this person is, this discerning client. Then what he can do is when he goes out and does his marketing, for example, his website, right? He can take all that into account and he can build a website which is directly targeted for that specific type of discerning client. And so the pictures are all going to be in line with that. The portfolio is going to be in line with that. Everything's going to be in line with the discerning client. You know, award-winning custom house, top 5 best Maryland architects, best in house. We don't do cookie cutter. Then the portfolio is the type of houses not only that he's done. Oh, it is the ones he's done, but he also has got some that he probably wants to do. And he's got virtual reality videos in here of other stuff where you can do fly-throughs. Okay, view our portfolio, virtual reality home tours. And his big thing is videos. Now, if you're doing commercial, imagine you were doing commercial, this just wouldn't appeal. You'd look at the site and go, oh, this guy's not for me, right? But if you're the discerning designer, client who, this would appeal. He's got videos of himself talking about things. He runs through the process of how he works. He's got resources that he provides for your luxury home. Notice architect, how to find the right architect for your luxury home. Planning for your luxury design home. The contractor for your luxury home. Step inside your home before it's built. Right, and that's all about virtual reality. So it's all very much luxury home for the discerning buyers, clients. Got all his awards. And he's got Fiona Cam down here, which shows Fiona's some hawk that sits on his window. Probably hawk, falcon. And she visits his window and I think he feeds her. Right, so you get the idea there. Now, how the hell do you market residential? You know, how do you differentiate yourself if you're residential? It's almost, what do you say? Oh, I've been in business 25 years and I do people's homes. Okay. Well, a lot of people do that. What makes you special, right? Did you see what made Peter special? He had the portfolio that was consistent with that. He talked about luxury homes. He showed, it was portfolio. He had, resources and guides and templates and tools that were in line with someone wanting luxury homes. There was no hospitals and universities on there. What else did he have? I can't remember. You probably saw other things, but the whole tone and the look and feel of the thing, the videos on there, and you can go and have a look at his website, but the whole thing is directly aimed at exactly that person. Now, that's probably enough actually. I was going to show you one for property investors, but I actually think rather than overdo it, you get the idea, okay? So I'm going to sum this up. You need to go deeper than just, this is first level really. I'm a commercial architect. That's what I specialize. When someone says I'm a commercial architect, you know, give us a break. That's such a broad topic that, you know, you really need to drill down. But when you do drill down, and when you do find out who your ideal client is, what their problems are, what their questions are, you can then get way more specific when you create your website, when you put your ads out, when you write your articles and your content, when you position yourself. You can position yourself as a specialist in that particular type. And of course, in this example, people wanting to build a $3 million luxury home, all they want to see is that you are an expert or a specialist in $3 million luxury homes. They don't really care if you do public and commercial and industrial. That doesn't give you extra brownie points. What gives you extra brownie points is you know their type of project inside out, and you are the go-to person for it. And you can't do that if you're going to stay too high level. But, you know, once we drill down, then we can be way more specific. Okay, if you can see the value of drilling down into niches so that you can be far more specific with how you target your ideal client, you're also going to love this, because I've got the feeling that you're interested in getting results, you're interested in winning better projects. So recently I got tasked with producing, someone said, if you were going to take an architect and find a way to get them results within 30 days, what would you do? And I had to sit back and have a think about it. And so I identified 4 strategies that I would give an architect to do. And they were the blue line strategy, the 9-word email, the fab formula, and the fee objection scripts. The reason I chose these 4 were because they were super fast, and they were able to get results super fast. So they were fast to deploy, fast to get results, and they were easy. And so what they were these 4 things here. Blue line strategy, which is around eliminating out of scope work. Now, as soon as you see the blue line strategy, you'll go, oh, I really should have thought of that myself. I should have been doing this for years. And I believe it'll eliminate 80% of the out of scope work you do if you deploy the blue line strategy correctly. So have a think about what that could be worth, eliminating, I don't know, I reckon 80% of the out of scope work that you might be currently asked to do on projects once they've started. Okay, the next one is the 9-word email, which is takes no time at all. It's literally cut and paste the 9 words I give you, plonk them in an email to specific people, and you'll send it out, and you will almost always reactivate dead leads or proposals that have gone cold. You'll get 1 or 2 every time you do this. You might do it once or twice a year, but you need the right 9 words, and you'll get those. The next one's the fab formula. 3 steps that allow you to communicate the value of anything. Can you communicate your value effectively in a really simple, quick way? Most people can't. They really mumble and bumble and do a bad job at this. When you use the fab formula, you can do it quickly within 3 steps. And then the 4th one is the fee objection scripts. So how to stop fee objectors in their track. You need to have a response. It needs to be pre-organized. I'll give you the exact words to say, and you'll be able to counter with exactly the right words and stop them in the tracks. Now, we're going to be running a workshop which will go for probably 60 to 90 minutes, and these are the dates. And it's going to be for anybody who has got into this program, the Rapid Results, and we're going to do a quick Q&A and review of the results that everybody has got. Right? Now, to get into this program, it's $97. We guarantee results within 30 days. So if you deploy these things and you don't get results, you can come back to us and say, hey, I didn't get results. Or you can just say, hey, I didn't like it, or I don't like you, or anything. For any reason at all, you can get your money back, not a problem. Okay, so if you're in New Zealand, it's 9 a.m. Thursday the 12th of May. It's a little bit earlier in Sydney, still on the 12th of May. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, LA, 2 p.m. 11th of May, which is a Wednesday. New York, 5 p.m. London, 10 p.m. at night. Cape Town, 11 p.m. at night. It's getting late in Cape Town. So we'll be running that for 60 to 90 minutes, where I will be running through everybody who's in the program. Most of them have probably been in the program already for a couple of weeks. So if you're not already in the program, pony up with $97. Get yourself into the program. It'll be a chance to see all these strategies and quickly deploy them. You may well be able to talk about results even within a week of, because that's about all the lead time you're getting for this if you're just watching this now. Okay, now those of you who are in the program, they will be reporting back on the results they've got within the 2 weeks that they have had access to these strategies, and they will have deployed them. I've already had emails back from people telling me what results they're getting. So we'll talk about what results people have got, and we'll answer any questions in this session. Now, I am releasing 2 more quick rapid results strategies for those who are in. One is steel balls, which is about how to command premium fees. This is very much a mindset one that you need to get your head around, and I'll take you through the mindset of steel balls. And the other one is the romance pack letter, which, will trigger, didn't want to do that, which will trigger an avalanche of, let's go back to it, there we go, which will trigger an avalanche of referrals. Okay, so you send out this email or letter to your clients, your referral network, and it's written in a specific way. It's literally, once again, it's cut and paste. All you have to do is cut and paste, send it to people. That's it. So if you're not in the program, then get yourself in the program. There should be a link below this video. If you're in the program, then stick it in your calendar, and there'll be a link to get onto that as well, and make sure that you'll get the notifications if you register for the notifications. So that's it, guys. Look forward to seeing you at this special training, and we'll talk about results people have already got. No one's been in it for more than 30 days, so there'll be fast results, and we'll talk about any questions and answers, and I will reveal the 2 new bonus rapid results strategies that you will absolutely love. If you're into commanding premium fees and getting referrals very quickly, then you'll enjoy those 2. All right, I'll see you there.